Dab on the beat.
A serial car burglar to state prison after yet another arrest. Good evening, I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. This comes after the ABC 7 News I team dug into the suspect's record, showing how judge after judge let him go with just a few months in jail, only to reoffend.
Yeah, I-team reporter Dan Noyes is here with the latest on this. Dan.
Well, Amma and Dan, Robert Sanza came to my attention 2 years ago. He was the first arrest under the SFPD's bait car campaign. Despite more than a dozen arrests for all sorts of felonies, he avoided state prison until now. I watched in January as 27-year-old Robert Sanza pled guilty to his latest felonies: receiving stolen property, accessory after the fact, possession of a firearm by a felon, concealed firearm in a vehicle, possession of ammunition. Judge Bruce E. Chan sentenced Sanza to 3 years, 8 months in state prison, but stayed it, allowing him to leave jail after 4 months. San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins wanted Sanza to serve state prison time right away.
We were prepared to go to trial. We wanted to see accountability for a man that has continued to victimize people in San Francisco and wreak havoc on our streets.
Over the past 5 years, Sanza has been arrested more than a dozen times. He has convictions for car burglary, grand theft, hit and run, shoplifting, domestic violence, and more. He has a history of breaking into cars and running from police. In February of 2022, Sanza ran over an officer's foot with a stolen car at the Japantown garage. Less than 3 months later, he rammed into 2 patrol cars, injuring officers, damaging several houses, and a civilian's car before police caught him in Chinatown after a foot race. Last September, Sanza admitted working with a juvenile accomplice to break into cars at the Palace of Fine Arts. Still, Judge Chan wanted to give Sanza another chance and let him out of jail. But in March, Sanza was arrested for grand theft at the San Jose Macy's and for another car burglary in San Francisco.
Did not surprise me. That has been Mr. Sanza's pattern of behavior for some time now.
Late last week, Judge Chan revoked Sanza's probation, sentencing him to 3 years, 8 months in state prison, and addressed his disagreement with DA Brooke Jenkins. Quote, "What occurred was a difference of opinion in how to protect the public and property and how to ensure that Mr. Sanza would not reoffend."
We're pleased that the judge held him to the agreement that they had, and now will have him suffer a true consequence. It is quite unfortunate, however, that we've got other victims now who have had to suffer at the hands of Mr. Sanza in the interim time.
The public defender read a statement saying it's worth giving second chances in many cases.
While it didn't work out in this situation with Robert, unfortunately, there are still countless individuals, so many people who remain out of the criminal justice system because someone gave them a second chance or even third or fourth chance.
I also got reaction today from 2 of Sanza's victims, tourists who lost cash, a $1,200 iPad, and a $3,500 laptop when he broke into their rental car while they toured Alcatraz in 2023.
It's ridiculous it's went through all this, and it seems like there should be more time than that. But, I mean, that's, at least he's following through with what he had said he would do.
Well, I guess my big thing is look at all that nice money all of you California taxpayers had to pay for all this joke of a mess that he's done. I mean, that's just sad.
Sanza still has to face the felony grand theft charge from San Jose. The DA's office there says he has a $10,000 warrant for failing to attend a hearing. Dan.
What's going on with the good people, man? It's your host, most great Day Late Dollar Short News, man. Tap in and tell a friend. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like, the notification, man, hit everything. You dig what I'm saying? We're on the road to 1,000. And on today's topic, we are in the 41510, San Francisco to be exact. Shout out to Eddie Block, shout out to the homie. Yes, Dave Spires, I was up there in the Ville with him. If he's still alive, man, if y'all know who he is, man, have him tap in with me, man. We got some stories. But anywho, this young man elected to keep breaking the law. He fought the law and the law won. And now the district attorney of San Francisco has responded and they cracking down. I told you all about the Prop 36 going on out here in Kern County. We rank number 1. It ain't something that I'm proud of, you know what I'm saying? But we are ranking number 1 in Prop 36 convictions, which is crazy. It's insane. But my boy, did like 4 months on a 32-month sentence, man. I ain't never heard of that before, man. That's crazy. They kept letting bro out, and he kept getting into more and more trouble. I went, sadly and unfortunately, and I'm not bragging about this, but I'm using this as the catalyst to this video, right? I served 2 separate prison sentences, and I went to jail, county jail several times for possession for sales of narcotics. You know, let that sink in. Crime has become way more lenient, you know, in that aspect. And now they finally trying to put a hole on this, you know, a lid on this hole that San Francisco has sinking into. They already lost the Safeway, you know, the grocery store that was a pillar in their community. Everybody used to go to. A lot of the elderly people suffered from that, but they had to close it down because people kept stealing. People kept causing commotions. One store, somebody actually got stabbed at. I did a story on it, but I deleted it because I knew that it wasn't going to meet the requirements of YouTube. But San Francisco is a dumpster fire. It's a shithole. It's going to take a long time for that, you know, that city to recover, man. But we waiting on it, man. We waiting on Frisco, man. And we praying that it's better days and brighter days ahead for San Francisco, California. But this is your host, Most the Great, Day Lake Dollar Should Know News, man. Smash that like button, man. We out!